Hello and welcome to HighCast. This episode is recorded at Highland FM. Go to highlandfm.org.au to find out about volunteering plus more. I don't know why I said plus then. Maybe and more. Just go to the website. Don't waste my time. This episode is brought to you by Rad Solutions. Rad Solutions offers, offers you cough syrup. No, Rad Solutions offers strategic youth engagement solutions. I don't know how you would engage with youth if you can't even talk on the radio. Go to radsolutions.com.au to find out more about resilience workshops and soon to becoming mentoring for young people. Our guest today is Irene Fava. I got it right, yeah. Yes. Irene is an SES volunteer, a tradesperson and a Moss Vale local who is passionate. God, I can't even talk today. This is going to be a terrible podcast, Irene. Who is passionate about women's engagement in the Shire. Irene, how are you going?
Good. Sounds like I'm a bit better than you at the moment.
Oh my God, I can't. I've been at the hoedown.
The hoedown?
The Bowra Public School hoedown.
How was that?
I was actually really good. I'm a little bit...
Isn't that where you dance?
Yeah, that's why I'm done. I got my beat on. I got my actually, you know who'd like? Heather would like it. I got my two-step on and I don't know what I did.
Was there karaoke involved? Is that why you lost your voice?
Lots of little kids. Excuse me. Lots of little kids running around and lots of yelling at my children. Stop, come here. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about a Get Ready Girls Evening.
Yes, we are.
Which is happening at Wingecarribee SES.
Yes, it's being held on Tuesday evening, the 27th of March, 6 p.m. Would you like me to tell you a bit about the night?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, basically we're building resilience in women of the local community. The women of the SES are hosting the night, so no men are allowed except for the token male who's the boss, who's insisting on being there, but we'll forgive him for that. So the women are going to run the night. It's about building confidence and empowering women of the local community to be able to help themselves better, to engage them more in all sorts of aspects of what we do on a minor scale.
I feel like we should have sisters that are doing it for themselves going in the background. Is that going to be the theme song for the night?
That's a good idea, actually. I'm going to pinch that.
Yeah, just not... Well, actually, just get some huge speakers, and as people come into the parking lot, they could just, sisters are doing it. That would be really cool. Well, actually, probably not.
Could be the entrance music as they walk in.
Yeah, well, it's just, actually, you know what? Don't take advice from a white middle-class male on what you should do for a women's night. That's the least thing.
It's a lovely skirt you're wearing tonight, too.
Yeah, look, I'm doing it for that reason. But yeah, it's not particularly empowering when a silly person like myself says silly things like that. So a ladies' night put on by ladies for ladies to build resilience in the community.
Yes, a lot of confidence lacks with women. I find that they want to do stuff, but they just don't have that little push to get there. And by coming along, being surrounded by women, in a I guess a safe environment, a friendly environment, where there's no men to sort of intimidate. We're looking to, some of the stands we're doing is how to prepare your house for a storm, some basic first aid, flood awareness, something as simple as what to do when you come across a road accident. You know, you see an accident happening and you pretty much shit yourself because you know, what do I do?
I did tell Irene no swearing, but she's broken the rule already.
You said not the other words. You didn't say that one.
So this is the second time that it's run.
Yes.
What kind of feedback did you get last time?
Well, we had 45 women attend the first one, and I thought that was really impressive.
That's very impressive, to be honest.
And this time we're aiming for 55, so we're upping the ante a bit.
Just was a 20% increase?
45,
10.4.5 would be 10%. 9 people.
You do the math.
So it's more than a 20% increase.
Yeah.
Well, that's a significant attempt.
Yeah, at the moment we've got about 11 female members of the SES And
I'm looking at Irene like, is that true?
yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that we're not including CFR.
Okay.
Yeah, but 11 active members of the SES, female members. And we figured, let's do this. Let's give it a go and show what we can do as women. And the first night was really successful. We've got a lot of positive feedback from the women that attended, so much so that they want to come back again and bring more friends.
Oh, okay.
I've actually got them doing. I've networked. They're promoting it for me.
So is it a rule that if you're coming back the second time, you have to bring a friend? You can't double up.
Well, obviously
you're taking up a spot for somebody else.
Obviously, we did a great job because they want to come back for more and spread the word.
Yeah, actually, come back.
Yeah,
come back.
Definitely.
And what's the? So you said, I think you briefly touched on that. Something about away from the intimidation of men.
Yep.
Like, is that the sole motivation? Like, what's the underlying motivation here?
For us to run it, we just want more women to feel comfortable about doing things for themselves. Because we go to a lot of jobs in the SES, as you know, where they seem basic to us, but they might seem overwhelming for the community. And if we can help out by saying, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you can help yourself just that little bit more, it takes the pressure off the emergency services during a major event as well.
Wow, that is a particularly interesting message, not just from like the emergency services perspective, but enabling people to do things for themselves.
Yep. It's also helping your neighbour out too, like, the neighbourhood awareness or neighbourhood community, it seems to be disappearing a lot because you go to a job and you say, well, is your neighbour okay? And they've got no idea because they're like, well, I don't know, I don't care. Well, have you checked on them?
So it's actually larger than just helping yourself. It's about building community resilience as well.
Yeah, I guess you look at it that way. Yeah.
So I was thinking about this afternoon, preparing for this conversation. Why is it in 2018 that women feel that this is necessary?
What?
But women doing it for women, like, is this the free of the intimidation of men? Why? And I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
So I'm again a white middle class male, and for me, I've always just kind of seen things as equal.
Yep.
I've never been exposed to a great deal of sexism. I'm not naive. I understand those things exist.
Yep.
So why in 2018 do we need to be doing this?
Because it's still around.
Yeah.
There's still that, I think, persona that men need to do everything. Men are the handyman. Men are the go-to to fix everything. And when they're not there to fix it, the women are standing back going, well, maybe I could give it a go, but I'm not quite sure. Yes, you can. This is how you do it.
I feel like this is Irene's Obama moment. Yes, you can.
Yes. The Michelle Obama?
Michelle, okay. Well,
the Oprah moment.
It's
an Oprah moment.
I just said Obama moment. It could be the daughters.
I'm the new Oprah going for president.
Well, look, I actually do say on my radio show a lot, and I've said it on this podcast. I really am for diversity in the democratic process, which is why I'm asking the question about, why, like, what's real, like, what's the motivation here, and let's bring it into like a really big context. Mm-hmm. At the moment, one of the biggest things in Hollywood, for example, is the Me Too movement.
Yes.
And like you're bringing Me Too in a roundabout way. Yeah. You're bringing Me Too to the Wingecarribee.
Yeah. Well, from a personal perspective, I never used to be a confident person, and then I joined SES, and over the years, I learned how to do things, and I thought, you know what, I can do these. I can get on a ladder. I can jump in swift water safely with all the correct gear. I can hang off a cliff with the correct ropes and techniques, and when you set your mind to it, you can do anything. So why not?
I was just smiling intently at Irene. That's a really good message.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic message. And so through not just this Women's Night, but your engagement in volunteering, that's sort of the message that you're trying to get out across the Wingecarribee.
Yeah.
Come
Do you
on,
want to elaborate on that?
give me more than that.
What was the question again?
Well, okay. So if you're... Okay, I've got an alternate question.
Okay.
If you didn't do this, what would you be doing?
Probably be still living in my shell, I reckon. I honestly don't think I'd be as confident as I am now without have been in the SES. And it's also helped me in my own personal or my career as a tradesperson, tradie chick, tradie handy chick, whatever you want to call me.
So you're also pretty passionate about women being involved in trades as well.
Yep. I'd love to push more women into trades and just say, if you want to do it, then just go do it. So there's not many of us around. Slowly they're coming out of the woodworks, but I think there's a lot of men who can cook.
Yeah, I can cook, but I couldn't pave.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I can pave, but I can't cook.
Really? That's how funny is that?
My brother's a chef, and he can't do anything handy. Sorry, he's going to kill me for that. But
well, you can just say it twice then.
He rang me up the other week and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Tiling." I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Baking." So,
well, look, but that's kind of why I asked the question about in 2018. Why is this still necessary? I feel, and again, this is probably naive from my perspective because I'm not exposed to that. I kind of feel like maybe it's not necessary, but obviously,
yeah. I think the barriers are getting broken down due to a lot of female role models. Like you've got on an extreme case, I guess you got the Oprah and the Ellen DeGeneres and all that sort of celebrity type. But then who do you look for locally?
Yeah, I think that's really important.
Yeah,
is who are your role models that you see at the shops?
Yeah, I mean, look at Parliament. Who's the most highest female
Julie
in Parliament?
Bishop.
Is she? What does she do? I don't know anything about her.
She's
about the only one, isn't she?
She's the foreign minister.
She does all right.
You got to start with your politics, Irene.
Yeah, but what I mean is there's not many women to look up to in certain sectors, because you don't know about them. They're probably there, but they're not.
So it's about visibility.
Yeah.
And so when you at the SES, you host a women's night.
Yep.
For women to come down and be involved.
Yep.
It is about empowerment.
Yep.
And
building confidence as well. See, that's one of the big things.
That's real. I didn't expect that, and I read the flyer, and I didn't expect that was what would come out.
Yeah.
Like I kind of thought, okay, learn how to clean your gutters and what how to put on a tourniquet or whatever it might be.
Mm. But in a situation where you're faced with these issues, you got to have the confidence to go just jump in and do it, or feel confident in knowing what to do, or helping someone out instead of standing back going, "Oh, I don't really want to do it," or I'm too scared. And
because you strike me as a very confident person.
Oh, sometimes.
So
not all the time.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued that that you thought you wouldn't be out of your shell. But I'm also I say this is probably the third podcast in a row. I'm really intrigued by motivation, why people do things, and I think it's coming across pretty clear that the involvement stuff and the being motivated to do things is part of this. But actually, it's about building women's self-belief.
Yeah,
that's
a good way of putting it.
That a disaster isn't an entirely adverse situation that they can do something. And I'm trying not to sound like a man. I
know what you're trying to say.
And be condescending. I'm not. Yeah. I'm trying really hard.
Yeah. Look, we go to a lot of jobs where men have got no idea as well, and and then you're going to be running a men's night, I do believe, soon.
Oh God, okay.
Yeah, that's your next project.
See, that's why. I have full faith in women putting together a women's night, but the men's night is just like, what? Can we just go to the pub?
It's a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, it just will limit the amount of alcohol available at the table and the bar, and everything will be fine. Yeah. But look, it's okay. Well, if we do that, Sure. So how does someone find out more about the Women's Night?
Well, if you go to our Facebook page for the Wingecarribee Unit SES, there's details there. You can ring a phone number if you'd like. I'll give you the phone number.
Yeah, unless it's a phone number that you don't want to give out.
No, it's I'll give you mine if you like. Or I might leave that one off. Contact us via the Wingecarribee Unit Facebook page. Ask any questions you like about the night. It's not
my personal phone number. Don't ring up and tell me that I'm a
Dave's
misogynist
number
or anything like that. But give details that you feel comfortable in giving. Yeah. Actually, that's on the fly. You may as well give it out.
The phone number is 0427 269 495. And if you've got any questions about the night, just ask it's actually the duty officer's number. So the phone's manned 24/7.
Or womaned 24. It's personed.
Manned. Yeah,
personed.
Personed.
Person 24/7.
Oh, I'm not into that.
No.
It doesn't worry me.
Okay. Now tell me why.
Why? Because I don't know. Being a tradesperson,
strong, independent woman. Sorry.
I call myself a handyman. I think it's just a generic term. Like I say to my friends, "Hey guys," as a term. I don't think of it as...
See, this is a huge thing in the States at the moment. The degenderization, for want of a better term, of language, particularly in academic circles, that there is a huge push that you can't use any language that is genderized, gendered.
Yeah.
Gendered. And I'm, again... Yeah, the gentleman next door is just blaring it. I'm intrigued by, like, some women would be like, if you said handyman, or if you said it's man 24/7, some women would be like, woo.
Yeah,
right.
I think it just comes down to personal choice.
Yeah, that's
really.
right. Yeah.
Like I think today you're getting too. Everything's too political. I'm pretty casual, so...
Yeah, okay.
Just don't call me a fool or an idiot unless I deserve it.
So it's all right to call you a man.
I don't care.
Don't tell you to get stuffed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But I find like I used to coach women's football, and I'd say man on, and I'd be like, well, that's not the truth.
Yeah. But it's a term.
Person on, and how, like, yes, I understand that it's historical, and like like if you really want to talk about it, it is about power, and can be demoralizing or demeaning to women, but I find it interesting.
Yeah, for me, it's just that's just taking it to the extreme. Like I think. What am I trying to say?
I don't know. You're saying
just trying to put it in nice terms. Just get over it, really. It's just a term. It's just a generic phrase.
You just lost 5 women from your women's night.
Nah, they'll love to come. They'll have a great night if they come.
But yeah, and I know I said to Irene that I want to talk about the Get Ready Girls Night, and we'll go through it once again about what's going to be involved, what the stands are, etc. But I wanted to put this in context of the Wingecarribee, not just talk about the night itself, but talk about why this is important in the bigger scheme of things. And I think you've done a pretty good job of summarising it.
Well, we're hoping that if any women that come along or even listen to this are interested in joining SES or just coming to see what we're about, come along, talk to us, find out more, see what we do, see how diverse we are. And, there's a role for everybody, male or female.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So once again, it's on the 27th of March.
Yep.
Commencing at 1800.
6 p.m. for 6:30 start.
And there's going to be preparing your house for a storm.
Basic first aid, flood awareness, what to do when you come across a road accident, bushwalking safety, some neighbourhood awareness, and things like emergency apps and stuff like that you can look up online.
I think probably they're the things you're going to do.
Yep.
Irene's talked about.
And food, we're going to feed you too. There's the clincher.
I was going to get to that, but there's no champagne. It's an alcohol-free environment, apparently.
Yeah. Over 18s, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
over 18s.
Yeah, it's just for restricted to 18s over.
And yeah, you're going to learn some practical skills, but I think Irene summed it up much better than I have in terms of building confidence and awareness. And I think you're going to have fun.
Well, we did the first night, so the first time we ran this, so
because it's not just about stuff, right? It's about having fun.
This night's also a pilot, a template, if you like, that the state headquarters want us to run, and if we're successful again, they want to use it across other units across the state. So it's actually going to be quite big and quite important. So we've got a lot of the VIPs that are coming from state headquarters are the women in charge, a lot of directors, the deputy commissioners, women in power. So, and they're keen as to come have a ladies' night out and come see what we're doing. What the
women of the Wingecarribee have to offer.
They're coming up on the minibus, and I'm a little bit worried that it's going to turn into a party bus. But
oh gosh, I thought you were going to say a little bit worried it's going to have an accident. We'd have to do a rescue.
Well, I'm sure they'd know what to do.
Well, we can test some skills out that night. So when do you have to register by?
The latest you need to RSVP by is the 20th of March. I know places are filling up. Within the 12 hours of launching it, we had 10 people register.
Wow.
So, and we've only got spots for 55. So you need to get in quick.
So what did you say, 10 people?
10 people within 12 hours registered.
Wow. So that's only 45 remaining, if my maths.
Yeah, I actually haven't checked today, so I don't know what the numbers are up to.
Okay. So let's just say places are limited. It's been run before and it was highly successful. There is a lot of positive feedback from within the community that this will once again be a highly... It's going to... You know what? If anyone's there on the listening from High Life, it gets the... it goes around, takes the photos of all the fans. Yeah. Come, because this is going to be one of...
You need to register.
Yeah.
Or drop me a line and we'll talk.
Because this could be one of those, out and about.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, thanks. You're not getting commission for this.
I don't get commission for this at all. So. But if you were willing to sponsor HighCast, you can get in contact with me via my Facebook page. That's HighCast. Anything else that you wanted to mention about the evening?
Apart from it doesn't cost you anything, you get free food. You actually receive a free emergency kit that we're doing up. Just a little take-home supply kit. I guess I've pretty much covered everything.
So if nothing else, it's food and a goodie bag.
Yep.
It's like going to the show.
Pretty much. No chocolate.
What?
Yes. I do have to say thank you to Gubbins Home Timber and Hardware in Mossvale.
Anybody else?
There's a few other ones that are dropping in some lucky door prizes that we're holding, but I just haven't confirmed those yet.
So Gubbins, what have Gubbins helped out with?
They've actually helped us out with the emergency kits, and also they're in partnership with supplies that women can get to prep their house, to go and buy like shovels, Hessian bags and stuff like that. So
I've learnt more tonight through this conversation than what I knew prior.
Good on you.
That's exactly why I had
You've done your homework 2 seconds ago.
No, but look, I think it's really cool, and I wouldn't have had you on if I didn't believe in it and think it was something worth supporting.
Yep.
Anything else that listeners need to know? Wingecarribee Facebook page is how you register.
Wingecarribee Unit SES.
Yep.
That's how you register. That's the main way.
There's a Google form, is that right?
You fill out a Google sheet form, yeah. Or if you're not savvy with the Facebook,
the interwebs,
I'll give you the phone number again. You can register over the phone, 0427 269 495.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dave.
This has been HighCast. I'm going to take a hiatus next week. I've got to go to Orange for work. So, unfortunately, no show next week. We'll be back the week after. We're going to have someone who is in wildlife rescue. It's going to be a really interesting podcast. I'm really looking forward to it. So, until next time, join the Get Ready Girls. Go to Rad Solutions. Go to Highland FM, become a volunteer. It's how I did this. It's really, really cool. See ya next time.